Hello, everybody. It's been a long time, and I apologize for that. Um, between migraines, depressive episodes, and good old fashioned writer's block, it's been hard to come up with material for videos and blogs. That's why I've been so quiet. Mainly, though, it's been depressive episodes. Now, I may have mentioned this in the beginning of all this, but I have bipolar disorder, type 2. And my bipolar disorder is further compounded by the fact that I have seasonal affective disorder. So my best months are summer, except for when I start feeling the effects of the waning of the sun earlier than autumn. This year is looking like it might be one of those years. I can't promise that I'm going to be putting up videos every week like I'd like to, but I'm going to do my best. Preface made, apology made. There is something very interesting that I would like to share with you. I have been having regular visits with the local Jehovah's Witnesses. They're very pleasant people, and one of them is quite stylish. But their theology is a little bit different. Today I'm not going to discuss Jehovah's Witness theology because I am not a Jehovah's Witness. Therefore, I am not an expert on it. However, recently we've been discussing the question of why people suffer. For them, the answer to the question why people suffer comes from the rebellion of the angels. And Satan, according to their belief system, challenged their God, Jehovah, saying that this world cannot be all perfect and wonderful. It's not possible. And your people will not keep faith in you in the face of the challenges that come from this world that is imperfect. So, they argue that this act of rebellion causes the fall of the angels, and that the one who is ruling this world, Earth, is Satan. I read that. I listened to them talk about that, and I thought to myself, very interesting. Then I thought about the part in the clear recital where the daughter is tempted to despair and give up. And the Cares, or Cares, as some people pronounce them, were telling her that it didn't matter that the whole of the world was given into her keeping, for they had the power of it. And I said, that sounds pretty close to saying that the Dark Queen, over on this side, the Dark Queen, has power over this world because she challenged Dea. Satan, Dark Queen. Well, what if it's entirely different? After all, the Dark Queen no longer reigns in hell. The daughter, with her sacrifice, and the mother, with her rescue of her daughter, have seized control of hell. Therefore, we cycle back to that question. Why does suffering happen? Excuse me. I had a little too much coffee earlier. That aside, why does suffering happen? It is my personal opinion that suffering is a part of being in this existence, and that there are various other planes of existence, higher and lower, closer to Dea, farther from Dea, and the closer to Dea you are, the less suffering you have. It's not saying that you are a more virtuous person or anything else like that. It's saying that you have drawn closer to the Great Mother, and she is protecting you from that which is broken, that which is flawed, and bringing you into closer adjustment to what you really are. Now, how does she do this? Well, it's simple. Through her daughter. Anna is a merciful goddess. Anna reaches out to us and says, "Take my hand. I will help you." Her help is not always obvious, and her help is not always direct. After all, she's the Queen of Heaven and Princess of Earth, so she has a lot on her plate. But she has the Janyati, the angels, to help her, that she will send into the world to help alleviate your suffering, to help you bear the burdens that you have on your shoulders, to help the neighbor next door not be quite so much of a pain in the neck. Because the Janyati are here to help us, and there are more. There are so many more than just the 7 great ones. Do I know their names? No. But I believe they walk among us. I believe that the doctor who saved me when I had appendicitis and it ruptured during surgery and saved me and my child when I was pregnant with my first child was somebody who was guided by Saivike. I believe that the people in the psychiatric wards who helped me when I was in such severe depression that I was having psychosis were sent by Dea to help us in that ward. I wish I could say my life has not been a life that's been hard-lived. I mean, I'm only 44. but I've seen some things. And all of the stuff I've experienced, ranging from horrific abuse to seeing the dreams that I've had since I was a child come to life, all of it, I think is a result of Dea's actions. Not Ericala, not the Dark Queen, and certainly not Satan. Because they're an illusion. We tell ourselves stories. And these stories are designed to help us cope with the world we're in. This wonderful intelligence that we have to be able to create these stories is a gift. And every religion is a story, including my own. And when those stories are no longer useful, they pass into a realm where it's a muddy place between mythology, fiction. And what is it? How does it work? That's a simple question. How does it work? But the answer is dependent on where you are in time. We cannot move backwards through time, but we can look at what our ancestors have done and look at the family stories that have come down. And we can find how those myths are actually telling the truth in disguise. It's like a great big present wrapped up in beautiful wrapping paper. Or not so beautiful, depending on the mythology you're talking about. And it takes a great deal of effort to unwrap this gift. But once you get down to the core of it, like those balls of tape and wrapping paper, where everybody has to rip a piece off, once you get down to the center, you find the core of the truth. And that's a gift from Dea. That's why I continue to talk with the Jehovah's Witnesses. I look at what they believe. I look at what I believe. I see the parallels where the myths are speaking of some kind of truth. And I see the places where things look a little bit hinky, a little bit sus, as my kids would say. And that's where I go digging. Because somewhere in the place of confusion, there is going to be an answer. You just have to be willing to get your hands dirty and give yourself a headache. I hope this helps you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Shout out to all of my new viewers. And I hope you have a wonderful week. I will try to post again next week. I apologize for this place sounding like an airport. I got a big box fan in the window over there, which is why my plant is moving. And thank you for viewing, and thank you for your patience. Have a lovely day.